It's hard to believe that the end of May is already here. I feel like I've blinked, and some tokens, some of this feels like it's going incredibly slow, and on other hands, it feels like it's speeding by. It's kind of like having little kids. Anyways, I wanted to dive into something tonight that I actually had two instances today that kind of brought me to the conclusion that I thought that this was a great topic. My day started. I got a notice from Midtown Athletic Club. Myself and my family are members there. For those that aren't familiar, it is a fitness/social club. It's Midtown Tennis recreated as Midtown Athletic, and they do a great job. They sent out a note that said, we are eligible to open up with phase 3, but after a lot of consideration and thought process, we don't necessarily think that's the most responsible decision for us. We think that even though it could economically help us, that we realistically don't necessarily know if opening up a fitness and social club is the most responsible thing that they can be doing. And so because of that, they've actually said that they are going to postpone and wait until they can open up under different protocol in phase 4. Which I read that and I said, you know what? I thought I was really impressed by it. I know that certain companies obviously feel like they don't have the ability to do it. And I looked at it from a business sense. I think that there are some very, very savvy minds behind the business culture within Midtown. And I think that they do understand this. If they do open up and they do unnecessarily cause an outbreak, or not cause it, but have it happen there, that type of press and marketing could be detrimental. So I think that they're wise in saying, hey, let's take a step back. We've been closed this long. Let's give it a few more weeks and let's see how it goes, and let's go from there. Now, I really applauded them for that, because I think it's a wise business move. And I think that it's a very, the way that they put it out is just, they really want to prioritize the health and safety of the people, that they're members, so to say. So kudos to you, Midtown. I thought it was great. On the same topic, there's been a lot of conversations within my world of real estate now with things opening up. Now, obviously, we've been an essential business, and we've been doing our business under certain protocol. But some of that protocol is expiring at the end of the month, and there's a lot of question marks on how we move things forward. One of the hot topics, in my opinion, are open houses. So open houses were banned per the executive order, that they couldn't be done in person. So over the past 2.5 months, we've learned to get very creative with them and do virtual open houses via Zoom, via video walkthrough. A lot of different aspects from that is we've been able to take that as a completely virtual element because we had no other choice. Now that is changing as the end of this month, and the ability to do open houses is now going to be reinstated. There is protocol, but and this really got me thinking. Just because things can now be done, should they be done? And is it in the best interest of us as a city from safety perspectives? And is there that much of a business win for whatever company is considering doing something? Is the outcome is the reward worth the risk, so to say? My personal thought process with regards to open houses, it feels a little too soon for me. I think that we are hammering out the virtual options. I think consumers are actually pretty happy with the virtual options. They can actually see more properties now because there are more virtual options than they could if they were racing around all day. And once again, if somebody's going to go out and they're going to go from one property to another property to another property, even with great protocol, that to me feels a little bit higher risk. So with that in mind, I've really thought that part of what we need to do to be responsible is that understand and once again think about whether or not things that we are now allowed to be done from a business perspective should be done. So like I said, my personal thought on the open houses, it's still a little too soon, even with the protocol. I know that a lot of people are going to disagree with me and a lot of people are going to be out there doing them. Obviously, my hope for them is that they are as safe as possible, and trying to keep the rest of us safe too. But like I said, I think that the takeaway is that there are virtual options, and some things aren't necessary for a business to transpire. There's a lot of data behind the fact that open houses don't necessarily sell houses. So with that in mind, is it something, a more high risk activity that we should be partaking in? Just a little food for thought for tonight. So I will encourage you to be kind to one another and to yourself. Take care of yourself and take care of one another. Remember now more than ever to be smart in our social distancing. The more things open up, the smarter we have to be, and that's for certain. Remember to be grateful and thankful for all of the hard work that our first responders are doing, and our essential workers. There's a lot of people out there putting themselves in higher risk situations to keep our world moving. I am grateful to be a part of your pandemic, and I am so grateful for you to be a part of mine. I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Be well.